Welcome to Trauma Dump.
Welcome to Trauma Dump.
Why? Well, you're always tired and sad, but that was kind of, you had your bicep up. You're strong.
Can we do it again?
No. We're doing it.
Do it again. Do it one more time.
Welcome to Trauma Dump.
Welcome to Trauma Dump. My name's Jillian.
And my name's Jacob.
And this is episode 4.
This is episode 4. We are answering traumas today.
We talked about Nicholas Chavez today, Lavender Baby.
So if you're following that online, stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
We got our opinions locked and loaded.
Yeah, we muse on it. Thanks.
All right, enjoy the episode. And also the camera died, that's why we're doing like this.
They don't care.
They're also going to be like, what the fuck's going on?
And Trauma Dump, I guess, is the type of podcast where we are going to be talking about trauma.
Absolutely. So I could probably tell that you guys are probably talking about me in some secret group chat and that I'm out of the friend group.
Where I think we might all make her cry.
I brought all this equipment in. All this equipment for the podcast.
This isn't going well.
Episode 1.
Episode 1 of Trauma Dump.
Trauma Dump with Jacob and Jill.
Welcome to Trauma Dump.
Welcome to Trauma Dump.
We just recorded for half an hour, but we weren't recording.
Mm-hmm.
Whose fault was it? Hey, sorry, just answer me this. How many mistakes have you made in terms of the tech on this show? We're on episode 4. How many?
We're counting now. We're counting.
It must be 3.
Well, I know I've done this before, and I know there's a missing episode. So I guess, yeah, it's 3. I'm trying to think of something bad that you do.
I've never not done nothing no bad in my life.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I'm standing on business.
Like when you puked on my sheets?
Yeah,
like
I
when
did
you
do
puked
that.
on my bed sheets on my birthday?
I can't believe we haven't talked about that. Really quick story, and you will find throughout this story that I am the victim here. It was Jacob's birthday, 2019, September, right?
September 14th.
Of course. Sorry, I just meant... I know when your birthday is.
Okay.
I was just...
September 1994, my birth year. Now, this wasn't my first birthday, but...
It was your 25th,
Did you get drunk on my first birthday?
Yeah, I was celebrating.
Oh, shit.
I was celebrating up in heaven because I wasn't born yet.
But this was 2019?
It was 2019.
Yeah.
And I made the mistake of... I was young. I was 14 years old, and you got me drunk for the first time.
Yeah, So, yeah, this was... 5 years ago, because you're 19 now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Be clear.
Mm-hmm. I'm 19.
Jill's finally 19.
No, I was 21, or 20 or 21, which I basically might as well be 14 at that point. That's how young that is.
Yeah.
But I really hadn't ever been drunk before.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't drink in high school at all. I barely drank in college. And this was one of my first times, like a handful of times getting drunk.
Okay.
And I made the mistake of working all day. Yep. Coming home, not having supper, and then going to a party. And you and I had just started becoming close friends at this point.
Yeah.
I didn't know that Jacob is the most charitable host you could ever ask for.
Oh, that's too kind.
It's so true. So I brought 2 White Claws for myself, and Jacob has a fridge of free alcohol because he's a very gracious host.
Oh, well, that's very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I also stress though, and I'm like, I'm going to need enough alcohol for everybody, because what if no one brings anything and they get mad at me for having a bad party?
And I do that also as well. So I totally understand that and appreciated it.
Thanks.
So I was drinking the wine. People are there. They're giving me shots, which I had never done shots at that point.
Oh, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it was like during my bartending years. So everyone was like,
it was a crazy party.
Everyone's like, we're getting drunk.
I'm 14. I'm not equipped to deal with this.
Well, and I had just turned 18. I would turn 19.
Mm-hmm.
And because I'm pretty young as well. But
so then this is what Jacob's laughing about. I fall, hit my head on the counter.
Hold on. What?
Yeah.
I thought you just went to go lay down.
No, I got carried to the bedroom.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know any of this. I got carried to the bedroom
because I slipped and hit my head. I got carried to the bedroom. Everyone's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then I start throwing up. And then now no one has ever let me forget it in my life.
But I didn't know you hit your head.
Kitchen, and I hit my head.
Oh my
Not
God.
hard. Like I was fine. I didn't knock myself out. I was very drunk. Fell, hit my head, and then I was like, owie, owie, owie. I need to lay down. Went and lied down in your bed, and then I threw up.
Okay, so now I have more context to this. I always was just poking fun because I was like, you got too drunk at my party, you went laid down and you threw up.
No, I was
and
a
then
poor
we
innocent
got you
little
home.
girl.
But I didn't know that. I didn't know you donked your head.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to guilt you before.
Well, that's okay. You did ruin my sheets, though.
I did. I did offer to pay for them.
I know, but you also, I could like, you're the type of person where we could go out for dinner for your birthday, and then you would be like, I'm going to send everyone money for paying for my stuff.
Oh, yeah, I am.
But yeah, I feel bad for ever making fun of you.
You should.
Oh my God.
It
was still pretty funny though.
It was funny because I didn't realize what I did until the next morning. I woke up in my bed and I was like, I feel awful. I smell like barf. And then I was like, I threw up. And then I went downstairs to my roommate at the time who had just moved here from my hometown. It was his first weekend in town, first time meeting all of you. And I was so afraid to ask. I said, Jeremy, what did I do last night? And he said, you got too drunk. You fell. You hit your head. Then you barfed in Jacob's sheets. And I said, sorry. Rewind that. Who saw me barf in Jacob's sheets? And he was like, 9 or 10 people. 9 or 10 people at least. All the girls at the party were in the room taking care of you, which so sweet.
Yeah.
First of all, lovely girls in your life.
Oh,
all
they're
helping
the best.
me, all taking care of me, barfed in front of all of them.
And that's okay. I've barfed in a bed. Mm-hmm. Have I told you this story?
Yes, you have.
That in grade 12, I went to a party and I got really drunk on Palm Bays and I fell asleep in their guest bed downstairs and I puked all over their bed. Mm-hmm. And then I offered to clean it up the next day and they said yes. And then when I got there, they had already cleaned it up and I just had to stand there awkwardly and be like, okay, clear message. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That I got to go out there and they're like, we actually already did it.
And then they were just kind of like, yeah, we already.
Do you feel good about yourself?
Yeah.
Feel good about yourself? Mm-hmm. That my poor mother, she had to clean up your bright pink Palm Bay puke.
Yeah, that was probably all foam.
Oh, for sure.
No, sorry, we have to stop talking about it. I'm going to barf.
Oh, are you getting queasy?
I'm queasy about barf.
Do you want to go puke on my sheets?
Do you have any spare sheets around?
We got
Actually,
tons.
the ones you're using.
Yeah, no, yeah, if you could, yeah.
would be great.
That's okay.
So, yeah.
Well, now I feel bad. Now I look like a villain for making fun of you all the time.
Yeah, you're in your villain era, and I'm in my victim era, per usual.
I'm a bad guy.
I feel like any situation that might make me look bad could eventually be turned around to make myself the victim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you always victimize yourself.
Yeah. As I should.
Yeah, as you should. I think we should normalize just, because you live your own life. Mm. You're the main character of your story. Mm-hmm. Victimize yourself.
Why not? I'm only young once.
You only get to have, and especially if you're going through something traumatic, use it up.
Yeah.
When people go through stuff like solemnly and they don't tell anyone, I'm like, what are you doing?
Especially if you do something wrong to hurt someone else, i.e. barfing in their sheets on their birthday, taking all the attention away from them. That's absolutely the time that you should say, well, actually, I am the real victim of the situation.
I know I'm a grown-up, but you guys should have been watching me.
I know I'm 21, but really, what's the difference between 21 and 15 years old?
Exactly. 14 to be clear.
I know I went to the store and bought my own alcohol legally and chose not to eat dinner and chose to keep drinking, but where were you, Jacob?
You're the one giving out free drinks. You're the one inviting, and here's the thing. Now it sounds I'm inviting you over, a 14-year-old girl who didn't eat dinner. And I'm like, you want some wine?
Yeah, so if I'm getting this straight, this is the story you're making fun of me for. Yeah.
And then you puke in my bed?
You overserve a 14-year-old girl, and then you're making fun of her 5 years later for barfing in your bed? You should be doing that from behind bars. Yeah,
I should be. There's going to be a documentary about me one day.
Yeah,
it's going to be really bad. It's going to be, I'm really nervous now.
Don't be nervous.
And now this is out there.
I exposed your ass.
Exposed my ass?
Yeah.
The worst birthday ever. For you.
Yeah. Your birthday was actually all about me.
It should be. I am that person, though. I've done that. I did that recently. I did that this year. We were out at a bar remember how I said you would pay for anything at like your own birthday? I tried to do that this year. For my 30th, I felt so uncomfortable. We were out at a bar, and I was like, who wants a round of drinks? And they were like, I'll get this, and I'll be like, I'll be right back. And they're like, you're not going to get your own drinks. I was like, no, you guys already came out here for me. Let me get you. And they're like, we're here for your birthday. We're going to get, you're not paying for drinks. And I was like, don't do that. That's a waste of money. Let me get it. And they're like, enjoy your birthday. You're 30. And I was like, and then I kept being like, age is just a number.
I don't know why this made me think of this, but do you remember at my birthday, we went to that karaoke place and there was a guy doing backflips in the lobby?
I would never forget it.
And then he said, "You're the birthday girl?" Because I came into this situation.
You came in
after it had unfolded. Sorry.
Did my 18-year-old cat scare you?
Yeah. She's got so much pep in her step still.
Well, thanks. She would really appreciate someone saying that because the vets keep going. She has no pep in her step, and we're gonna have to cut her head off.
No, you can tell the vet this. Show the vet this clip. She leapt off of that closet step shelf. She leapt off of it with such vigor that it startled me. Yeah.
She has so much pep that it actually startled a 14-year-old girl.
Yeah, it startled a little girl. Do you feel good about yourself?
And then she just pukes.
Yeah, she pukes. Breathes. Gets the death rattle.
You came in like... So we were at a karaoke bar. We were all crowded around this guy because he's like, you guys want to see me do backflips? Mm-hmm. And then... We were like, well, of course,
yes, absolutely.
You're a man with skin tight white jeans and a shirt of a brand that I've never seen in my life and a backwards hat. I'd love to watch you
do backflips. You're in the lobby of an empty karaoke bar.
You're strong in a frightening way. Mm-hmm. I know you have abs, but you've never worked out once in your life. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. That paints such a vivid picture of who this person was. DC shoes.
Huh?
DC shoes.
Yeah, pie tops. Red.
Button-up black shirt.
Mm-hmm.
So I came up to all my friends in a group and I say, what's going on, guys? And then a stranger accosts me and says, "Are you the birthday girl?" And I say, "Yes." Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, sure, because I'm scared.
Yeah.
And then he goes, "This one's for you," and then does a backflip, which I never want someone to do a backflip that close to me and that suddenly ever again. Yep. I need to be in a gymnasium. There needs to be foam mats out. It needs to be going from like a foam mat into a foam pit.
There needs to be a person being like first, second, third. Mm-hmm. There needs to be medals involved. Because also, do you remember when he stopped flipping and then he pointed at me, you, and someone else and went, "Why do you guys all have blue eyes?"
Oh, yeah.
Which,
yeah.
As if we were the weird ones.
Yeah.
Having blue eyes. He just did 3 backflips and dedicated one to you. And then dusted himself off and went, "What's with you guys? What's
with all 3 of you in this group of 10 people having a similar eye color?"
To be like, "You guys want to see a trick?"
Yeah.
He did. He was a little trick.
He did us a little trick. And then, was it you, me, and Curtis?
I think maybe, yeah. And he was like all freaked out.
He was like, "You guys all have really similar eye colors." And we're like, okay.
Okay. You just hurled your body into the air in a circle.
I was really afraid that he was going to invite himself into our karaoke room.
I could have sworn that he wouldn't even have asked. I thought he was just going to, he was just going to linger.
And I was really giving my friends the eye where it's like, I try to be an accepting girl, but not tonight.
Please don't
fuck around with this.
Don't invite Backflip Guy to our private karaoke room.
Yeah, I'm going to get kidnapped.
But then luckily 3 guys dressed the exact same way as him showed up, and then they went on with their night of bothering groups of people.
I forgot about that.
It was pretty incredible.
Good birthday. Sorry you had such a bad 25th birthday, but I had a great 26th
That
birthday.
made up for all the bad birthdays I had.
Maybe next year you can barf in my bed for my 27th birthday.
That is the best gift anyone ever's given me. The opportunity of revenge. Mm-hmm. I'll take it.
Yeah. I had a really pivotal birthday. Because if I want to die a legend, I got to do it in the next year. And
Oh yeah, you got a
27 club.
27, right? Mm-hmm. I genuinely thought that I always used to joke in my early 20s that I looked like someone who was just gonna die sitting in a chair, and they would never be able to figure out why.
That's crazy.
I always thought that I was like, because like I think it was right after I lost my first tooth, and I was like, the way things are going, I'm just gonna die in a chair, and my heart's gonna stop, and they're gonna do an autopsy, and they're gonna be like, we don't know.
Can you, speaking of teeth, can you tell me what's going on with your teeth right now?
Does it stink? Tell me genuinely. Does it stink?
No.
I have so much anxiety about that because
No.
I got a bum tooth back there, and I don't want it to be like one of those rotting teeth where people are like,
No. I've never thought you were stinky ever.
thank you. I lost a tooth back in 2019, right before I got cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a bad root canal.
Mm-hmm.
And then the core of the tooth fell out, and then it got infected, and we had to get it yanked.
Mm-hmm.
Now, because of radiation, I don't have good bone density. Did I already tell this in this podcast, I think?
It might be in the lost episode.
Oh, it could be, yeah. So anyway, so now the core of this one is fallen out, but it's because it's just my teeth are bad. They're no good. And maybe this was the lost episode. If it's not, I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. But core fell out, and now I got another hollow tooth back there, and I can't chew on the left side of my face because it hurts when I touch that tooth. And then I went on break and tour. I came back and I went to go get it yanked, and then the doctor told me, we can't do it because you've had radiation. There's no bone density. If we pull the tooth, your jaw is going to collapse.
And were you like, yeah, right?
I was like, all right, buddy. Are you a doctor?
Yeah, sure. My jaw's going to collapse. Then what next? It's going to fall out of my asshole?
What are you talking about? I'm not a skeleton. There's flesh and skin around this. Collapse. When it's not an old building. What are you talking about?
Yeah. So
then now we're caught up. They're like, yeah, we can't touch that because you had radiation. And then because my old dentist was like, you gotta go get that yanked. We can't fix it. And then I go to the cancer dentist, which is there's the dentist at Princess Margaret, and they were like, oh, we could totally fix that. Oh no, it was Mount Sinai. Mount Sinai Emergency Dental. Sorry,
that's what I was stuck on.
That's how sick I am. Is that I'm confusing my hospitals. I go to Mount Sinai to get it yanked. They're like, your dentist is an idiot. They can fix that tooth. We also can't pull it because of radiation. Then I go to the cancer dentist.
Okay.
And they're like, yeah, we can totally save that tooth. And this is like, this was this past week. And they're like, yeah, we're going to be your new dentist from now on. That guy shouldn't have told you to just yank it because like that's a savable tooth. And now I'm worried that I've been going to a dentist that wasn't a dentist this whole time because I'm already missing one tooth, and I think he might be such a bad dentist that he just tells people to pull the teeth out of their head.
If there's a problem, he doesn't know how to fix it, so he's like, yank it.
In 2019, I had a bad tooth, and he sent me to the same thing at Mount Sinai, and they pulled it up for me. So now I'm wondering if there's a dentist roaming around Toronto just being like, you should get rid of those teeth.
Maybe he's collecting them.
Maybe he's going to... Well, no, because I still have my tooth. I got it in a jar somewhere. You want to see?
No, absolutely not. I don't want to see that.
No dentist told me to do anything. I just want to have my teeth in a jar. But anyway, so now I'm going in for a root canal next week.
That's traumatic.
It is. I'd say it's the most traumatic thing I've ever been through.
I would say so too. It's the most dramatic thing I've ever been through, just hearing about it.
Thanks. Do you have any bad... You got good teeth.
I had braces. I had a retainer and an eye patch in the same year.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I had a retainer and an eye patch in the same year in grade 1.
In grade 1? Oh, okay. I thought this was like high school.
No, I was in grade 1. But
it's actually way sadder as a little kid.
Because, and you're going to laugh at this, but I beg you not to. I'm half blind in this eye. Legally half blind in this eye.
I think I did know that.
Yeah, there's even a thing on my driver's license that says this girl shouldn't drive without glasses, and I do all the time.
If this girl winks, she's going to drive right off the road.
Yeah, I also don't even have glasses or contacts.
Oh.
I'm not going to see by the time I'm 45. Regardless.
You drive all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't.
But you're going to understand where I'm coming from when you hear this.
Okay.
I had to wear an eye patch on this eye to try to make this eye stronger because I was so blind in it.
So you're walking around like pretty like no vision then as a kid. Yeah. Because they're trying to strengthen it, but it's already a bum eye.
It was an awful experience, but you know what made it more awful? Every time I would walk into the classroom when I was in grade 1, everyone would collectively say, "Ahoy, matey." It's not funny. It was really traumatic.
I know it is, but really good stuff. That's like, because that's bullying, but it's also adorable.
Yeah. But
I'm sorry.
It impacted me so that I never wore my eye patch. Did the teacher do it too? Oh gosh. I don't know, probably. She fucking hated me, that bitch. Mrs. Go to hell.
I love bleeping names in the podcast.
Keep it in. I don't give a shit. Someone would say ahoy matey every time I walked.
Too?
No, I don't remember that. Maybe. All I remember is ahoy matey, and I also had a retainer, so I couldn't talk.
Okay.
I had a lisp and an eye patch in the same year. Absolute fucking freak. And then after a few weeks of...
You were literally a pirate.
I was literally a pirate.
Like, you couldn't speak and you'd be like, "Arr."
Yeah. Yeah. And I didn't want to wear my eye patch anymore, so I started taking it off when I went to school, but I would put it in my backpack. And then years later, I don't know, I thought I could pull a fast one on my parents, and then they took me back to the doctor to be like, her vision should be better because she's been wearing her eye patch. No, I wasn't wearing my eye patch. Came clean. They tried to give me glasses again. I was like, I don't want anything on my fucking face. I'd rather be blind after this experience.
Yeah, 100%.
So I haven't had glasses since grade 4, but I'm supposed to.
Wow.
If I cover this eye, I know that says nugs, not drugs. Maybe you could put an insert of that poster.
Yeah, I'll put it right there.
But I can't read it.
Okay.
Really bad.
Wow. I like that you said you'll understand when I tell you. But all I heard was I'm embarrassed about this, and now I don't wear glasses when I should.
If you had been there, you would have been like, that's too much for one little girl to take on.
I do believe that. But it's also very funny.
Ahoy, matey.
Ahoy, matey I just think it's funny that because you were kind of looked like and sounded like a pirate, that now that's the reason you don't wear glasses.
Yep.
And it's adorable. But I'm just so you know, from now on, I will be going ahoy matey whenever I see you.
Whenever I walk into a room,
I'm going to cover my eye and I'm going to go ahoy matey.
It was probably really adorable at the time. I had a little black eye patch.
Yes, that's whole. And you have a retainer?
I had a retainer. It was turquoise.
This is, it is sad. I'm sure that you hated everything that was going on. But for everyone else, like the kid who came up with ahoy matey, probably got a really first big laugh.
Yeah. I want to say his name was Gordon, but that doesn't sound right. I don't think that there's been a kid named Gordon since like 1945.
The last time I heard the name Gordon was Thomas the Tank Engine. It was the name of one of the trains.
The mean train, Gordon.
Gordon.
Maybe that's where this
is
coming
blue.
From. I thought he was green.
No, you are thinking of, it starts with an H. I want to say Henry. There's James was the red one. He was really cool. And then there was Gordon. He was blue.
I swear to God, Gordon is green.
All right. Let's plug up my telephone. Hold on. We're going to Google this. Oh, also, we do have an email.
Yes. Thank God.
Green train.
Who the hell is this? I thought that was Thomas.
No, that's Gordon.
Who the hell is that?
Thomas is also blue.
Who's Gordon?
Gordon's a blue one, but he's like a cool, like chill train, and he's like, it's okay. Percy is the green one that I think you're thinking of. There's also
Can
Gator.
You show me?
I think you're thinking, are you thinking of this guy or are you thinking of that guy?
No, there's a mean train.
Okay. This
train. Is a Mandela effect.
This is not a Mandela effect.
Comment below if the mean train in Thomas the Tank Engine was Gordon.
Nope.
The mean train in Thomas the Tank Engine is Gordon.
Well, hold on. This is crazy. So there's a group called the Mean Engines. Maybe this is new, Thomas, but this seems weird. The Mean Engines are a group of engines working on the Chinese railway.
Are you looking at like fanfic or something?
No. Well, hold on. This is Thomas the Tank Engine wiki. Dali is a large express engine who works on the Chinese railway. Dali and his friends, Xiao Hu, pull passenger trains. They used to tease Yang Bao for his appearance and the type of work he did. Oh my God. I didn't know about the mean engines. I don't remember this part.
Yeah, it was the mean. I was thinking of the mean.
The mean engines?
Yeah.
Okay. But nonetheless,
Anyway,
Gordon
I
is...
wasn't bullied by a train named Gordon in grade 1.
You were bullied by a little boy named Gordon.
I'm positive his name wasn't Gordon, but that's what's resonating.
That Gordon sounds like he could be a bully.
Do you want to know something embarrassing I did a couple years ago? This is a really quick story.
Yeah, sure.
There was a guy in the restaurant that I was working at who, I don't know, he walked in, he was like about my age, and I was like, for some reason, I think that's Sean from kindergarten.
Yep.
So I went up to him and I went, hey, weird question, but is your name Sean? And he was like, no, it's Adam. And then I went, oh, okay, that makes sense because I thought that you were Sean from my kindergarten class, but I haven't seen him in 20 years. So it makes sense that you're not him.
That you're a fully developed human
Yeah.
being. And there was a toddler I once knew with the name Sean.
Yeah.
And you slightly resemble
Yeah.
him.
I was like, you really look like Sean. And then I tried to make a joke and be like, do you have any pictures of you? And then he went, no, sorry. Like, my friends are over there.
Also, best way to get out of someone saying something absolutely insane to you. My friends are over there. And just leaving.
Yep.
Because now you're panicking, trying to be like, I'm going to save this somehow. Like going like, I'm going to get you on my side after asking to see a baby photo of you and I don't know you.
I'm still not fully convinced that maybe Sean did something really bad, went into witness protection, tried to change his name or something like that,
Okay.
or otherwise get away from it. Or he's one of those freaks that goes by his middle name and he's like, no, I'm not Sean. That's my father's
That's the
name.
old me.
Yeah.
That's when I was little and in kindergarten. Now I'm big.
I just looked at this 24-year-old man and I was like, I know that's Sean from kindergarten.
Yeah.
And I was wrong.
There you go.
It was Adam.
I do that all the time where I've gone up to somebody and I'm like, so-and-so. They're like, nope. I'm
like-
me. I'm a
And then you
different
go,
person.
Okay.
And I go, really?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure? I asked them, are you sure you are who you are?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure you are who you say you are?
Because you really look like Sean from my kindergarten class.
My memory don't fail me too much. You
Yeah.
look like someone I know.
Trust me, I had a big crush on Sean in kindergarten.
trust
And I
me.
think I would know if I saw him 20 years later.
I thought about kissing him right on the little kid cheek.
Yeah, I told my grandparents he was my boyfriend and everyone made fun of me. I think I would remember what Sean looks like 20 years later.
I used to imagine what he would look like as a man. He looks exactly like you.
Yeah, I used to imagine him growing up and us marrying each other, so I don't think I'm wrong here.
Yeah.
But yeah. Go back to your friends, Adam.
Wink. Let me guess. They're all adults too. Winking too much. Let me guess. Adam. Sean.
Yeah, he talks to my manager.
Yeah.
And they get fired to go home.
You're going to try and get me fired now because that was so uncomfortable, huh?
Mm-hmm. I saw someone I have witnessed someone living out my worst fear this week.
Okay.
And it is Nicholas Alexander Chavez
Yes. From the
Monsters.
I only know that because you and I have talked about it, but Nick Chavez. And also when you brought it up, this is my personal thing right now. I was a little like, because I'm like, who's this Nick Chavez guy? And then Eilish is like, are you guys talking about Nick Chavez? And I go, oh. So you also think he's perfect and hot.
Yeah, she's probably seen the edit. Do you want to see the edit?
I do want to see the edit. So, but this is edit of him being serious actor guy. Being like hunk.
Ready to see it?
I am.
Hey, Mafia, after what we've been through, I'd like to see you try.
Are those the glasses that he wears in the show?
It's set in the 80s. Don't be a dick.
Okay, well, I don't know. Is that... Yeah.
Do you like him?
I mean, really hot. He's a hunk. I'll say right now, with that hair too, scruffy and in the front, that's hunky.
yeah.
But that's from the show. I'd like to see you try.
So he, this is the lore of Nicholas Chavez. He had been working for many years as an actor, grinding it out, of course.
Yes.
He gets this big breakout role
Okay.
in General Hospital, the soap opera.
Yeah.
Then he goes from General Hospital to Grotesquerie, which is also by Ryan Murphy. It's on Disney Plus, and this monster show. It comes out, it explodes. He's praised for his performance. He had a beautiful performance. He clearly is very dedicated to the craft of acting.
And it's working out.
Mm-hmm. It's working out for him. It's like, it was cool to see someone living their dream.
Right.
And then the public finds TikToks of his from 2020. Can
we watch the TikToks, please? I really want to see, because it's it's tough to be like, to be the guy who's like, hey, awesome stomach, great jawline actor. Mm-hmm. Take me. I want the serious role.
Yeah. And then this is what comes out.
Wait, is it like bad? Like, is it like bad? Or like...
It's not bad. It's just like 20-year-old cringe and the antithesis of the presence that he was trying to put out for himself.
Got it.
He was trying to be taken very seriously, which I understand because he's a great actor. But this is what is coming out instead.
Mm-hmm. Whoa.
Which one are you?
Well, one, it does make me a little upset that he made Lavender Baby like
I know. I was actually trying to do that the other day in the mirror. I was like, how did he do that? And I looked like, really stupid.
I mean, I would say you're Lavender Baby. That's your... If we were to get 4 friends together, you're a Lavender Baby.
People are doing this as a Halloween costume, which I think is both cruel and very clever.
It's clever, but it's also super mean. If I made that and people were doing Halloween costumes, I would be like, well, maybe because he's a serious actor, he's like, you guys even like the early stuff, huh? You guys like the...
I hope so. I hope he's spinning it positively.
I hope his ego is so big that he's like, thanks.
I hope so too.
I love that stuff.
I hope he's not... I was just sitting there last night. I'm an empath. Yeah. I'm joking. Sorry, I'm joking.
No, you're not.
I would never say that.
You say that all the time.
No, I don't. I've never said that. This
oh my
is the
God.
first time.
And she says that and she like touches people, be like, I'm an empath.
Yeah.
As if you're going to feel what they're...
Yeah. I hear like a objectively sad tragedy someone's telling, and then I say, I'm an empath, and therefore this is impacting me more than everyone else.
Jill will grab their shoulder and close her eyes and go,
I feel your pain too, and the conversation is about me now.
You always go, your pain is my pain now. And it helps.
So I'm such an empath. I was sitting there last night being like, damn, I feel really bad for this guy right now because everyone's making fun of him for who he was when he was 20.
A little kid. A youngster.
He's 14.
He's 14.
He's basically 14.
He's a 14-year-old girl.
I know what that feels like. This is a full circle moment.
Yeah, you're like, I've puked on sheets before. I puked on Jacob's sheets on his birthday before.
Yeah.
That's the same feeling.
It's the exact same feeling because first of all, he was a little kid. He was 7 years old. And
he was probably hammered drunk when he made those.
Yeah. Someone probably served him free wine from the fridge.
He filmed those in the bathroom at a birthday party.
Yeah. It's me. That was me.
That was me
in the bathroom.
Is that you with a haircut? Is that me with a short haircut?
Yeah, you got me. I'm Lavender Baby.
You're Nick Chavez. Is that a character you're working on?
Yeah, I take off my skin. I feel so bad for him, but I definitely would say that I'm a Lavender Baby.
Yeah.
I would say you definitely not wild hair casual. I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, no. Those days are behind me.
Billie Jean.
I think I'd be Billie Jean too. Because it's like, he's like, yeah. I don't care.
Wait, why do you think I'm Lavender Baby?
Well, you're just like, lavender is like, you give lavender.
It's giving lavender.
It's giving lavender, and you're the cutie pie of the group, so you'd probably go. The part that does give me a bit of the ick is I bit my finger.
Yeah, but it worked, I guess, in 2020. That was also the culture. Get off his ass.
Yeah, that's true.
Leave the kid alone.
I mean, but can we all say that no one wants to be bubblegum?
Nobody wants to be fucking bubblegum.
No way.
Who out of our friends is bubblegum? Curtis is definitely wild hair casual.
He's wild hair casual. Bubblegum? Oh, I don't know. Because also I think wild hair casual could also go to Bella.
I was going to say Bella could be wild hair casual as well.
Really trying to think here. I'm going to say Freddie could be bubblegum.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ryan would definitely be bubblegum.
Yeah.
But then we would tell him, and then he'd be like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Yeah, this is bubblegum. Play a little bit of his rap music.
But
right now.
yeah, well,
This is our bubblegum.
this is our bubblegum boy.
Yeah.
I feel bad because it is one of those things where he made that and he had to edit that, and while editing it, he was still editing. He was like, "Nice." He was like, "It's perfect."
And here's the thing. I said this to you before, and I'll say it again. Can't you see the stars in his eyes? He was just trying to make it.
There is a twinkle. There is a twinkle that says, "I'm gonna be a star. I'm gonna make it."
And he did. God damn it.
That's true. That's the early work. Like, you know, are we gonna judge Matthew McConaughey for doing Fool's Gold?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's the exact same story. In a couple of years, he's gonna be giving an Oscar speech, and you're all gonna be spanking his butt, and you're all gonna be like, you're gonna be rounds of applause, being like, "Wow."
Yeah.
But right now, because he's in the early stages of being famous, everyone's like, "This guy?"
Yeah.
As
this
if they're
guy,
great.
Lavender Baby.
Yeah.
Leave him alone.
You wish you could have people dressing up like a video you did back in 2020.
Yeah.
Not you, I mean the other people.
So I just hope he's okay. I hope he's taking care of himself, and I hope he realizes that you have crusaders, but you have a crusade behind you. I will defend Lavender Baby.
I stand with Nick.
I stand with Nick.
I stand with Nick in solidarity.
Mm-hmm. We stand with Nicholas Chavez.
We stand with Lavender Baby. And I stand with Billie Jean, and I also stand with Wild Hair Crazy. But I do not stand with Bubblegum.
We do not stand with Nicholas, we're sorry. You know we're your biggest fans.
We draw the line at Bubblegum.
Yeah.
That will not be included in the hashtag.
Yeah. Sorry, Nick.
So that's your worst nightmare.
That's my worst nightmare come to life, is finally chasing my dreams and then someone being like, "But look at this really cringy thing you did when you were 20 years old."
Yeah, that is a nightmare. Mm-hmm. Especially when it's like an earnest, like it's not like that one's like making fun of like a trend. Like he really meant.
Yeah.
He did what you did. He tried it out. He went to the bathroom and he was like, "Nah, I saw it."
Yeah.
And he went like middle finger.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's it.
He got it. He did it. He executed perfectly.
He knows that you need a few. Yeah, he's a good actor. He knows that it takes a couple takes.
Mm-hmm.
Just a couple takes. But then he found it.
He found it. He posted it. And guess what? Now he's Netflix's new hunk. So
yeah. So leave
you tell me that he made a wrong decision in making Lavender Baby.
That Lavender Baby is now a big Billie Jean.
Yeah.
He's now a baby. He was a Lavender Baby, and now he's a big Billie Jean whose wild hair is casual. And he's got that perfect body.
He does. And we can all admit, Bubblegum, a severe lapse in judgment. But nobody's perfect. And as I've said, and I'll say it again, you shouldn't judge yourself too harshly on your worst days.
And we're going to say that every episode. Don't judge. And you say it best.
Don't judge yourself. Nicholas. Nicholas.
Dear Nick.
Dear Nick.
Little Nicky.
Don't judge yourself too harshly on your worst days.
And
Bubblegum was a mistake. And I get it. I barfed in my friend's bedsheets too.
Which was a very Bubblegum move.
That was a Bubblegum move. I was not in my Lavender Baby era yet. Now I am.
Just a quick invite to Nick if you want to come on the podcast and talk about that. I'm still, you'll have to wait until John Mayer's episode comes out.
Yeah, we're slating the next episode for John. This was supposed to be his episode, but unfortunately he didn't get back to us quite yet.
No.
But I feel
I am in legal trouble. But for those listeners of the last episode, I almost burped. We didn't go to jail.
Oh yeah, we didn't go to jail.
Got
and
off
I didn't
scot-free.
get sued.
You didn't get sued. We're set. Everything's perfect.
So Lavender Baby.
This is so Lavender Baby. It's literally giving Billie Jean.
Yeah.
So we can look at this
Okay.
delightful email, our first email of the podcast.
I'm going to look at my phone while you do that.
Okay. iPad baby. iPad Lavender Baby. So this is from Summer.
Okay, let's hear it, Summer.
Hello to my new favorite podcast.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Summer. Thanks for listening.
Gorgeous name.
I'm here to share some trauma that is hopefully relatable to some people. Apologies in advance for the British-isms. Okay. So we've got...
I'm already feeling a little apprehensive because I come from a long line of... I'm a proud third-generation Irish woman, but I'm going to try to set that bias aside.
Yes,
really
absolutely.
Be with you.
All right, bruv. Is that...
Yeah, do the whole thing like that.
A few years ago, I joined...
Don't do that.
All right. I won't. I'm sorry. That was rude. A few years ago, I joined TikTok, and my algorithm kept feeding me videos related to ADHD and autism. I thought to myself, it's great that this content exists, but it's not relevant to me at all. On a totally unrelated note, foreshadowing is one of my favorite literary devices.
Do you think she got diagnosed with ADHD or autism?
I'm going to guess that's what's going to happen. But let's let the foreshadowing take place. After months of tapping not interested and skipping these videos, I was still getting stuff that was tangentially, is that it? Tangentially linked to or linked and seeing comments from people who said they related to stuff that I found myself relating to and that they were autistic women. Pattern recognition told me to pay attention to this, especially when people spoke about psychological studies that said autism presents differently in women and they are more likely to learn masking skills. Denial told my brain to shut up because we couldn't be having another crisis in the middle of COVID because that would be selfish. I know what that feels like. I started looking back at all the times I couldn't eat certain foods because of the texture, how wearing clothes that were too tight or too loose or too itchy would ruin my day, and in a way that did not seem to happen to other people. The way I communicated with others, always seeming wrong somehow, how I was always severely bullied for being different in a way that people could never quite articulate. The way I struggled to pay attention and had to work so much harder than others to do schoolwork or to stay focused at my job. All signs pointed to comorbid ADHD and autism the more research I did. When I told my parents about this and described my struggles, they said, everyone does that. Ooh. That's not great, you know.
I feel for you there.
Yeah. Everybody does that. And I just sort of carried on trying to be okay. But one day, my mom piped up, I thought about getting you tested when you were little and your cousin got diagnosed, but I thought it might upset you.
Ooh.
I relate to that. I was supposed to be tested for lots of stuff when I was a kid, but my parents didn't. And I got those diagnoses, those prognoses later on in life. And it was very liberating. And then this is Summer's side. Upset me more than 2 decades of feeling like an abject failure of a human being because there was nothing technically wrong with me, but everything I said was terrible. Upset me, Kim? Cool. And then, oh, here we go.
There's more?
There's cancer. Here we go. There's one more. There's 2 more paragraphs. After my uncle died of cancer, not fun or cool.
That I have to agree, not
absolutely.
Fun or cool.
He left me some money, and I put it towards an assessment through a private practice, as NHS waiting lists are years long. When I got on the Zoom call, the psych said he didn't see the point in testing me for autism because I didn't seem like Sheldon Cooper. Whoa!
Whoa! That
holy
can't be real.
That's I didn't just make that up. That's real. Oh my God, Summer, I'm sorry.
Summer.
I was sorry we're not really interjecting here. I was just trying to get the full scope of everything. But so basically, not getting tested for autism
because you
or
don't
ADHD.
act like Sheldon Cooper, which I'm going out on a limb here, but I don't think anybody acts like Sheldon Cooper. He's a TV character that's not real
or funny.
Yeah.
So, but also I like, was this doctor wearing a Bazinga shirt? Only references Big Bang Theory.
He has Big Bang Theory playing in the background. He's like, "Oh, sorry."
Yeah, sorry. A whole universe is in a dance.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is my favorite part. That's insane. To be like, he just assumes that Sheldon Cooper has autism. I don't think that's part of the show. Is it?
No, I don't think so. I think that's why Big Bang Theory was like canceled, because people are like, this is clearly a caricature of someone autistic traits.
Yes, absolutely. I also wish that he said, you don't seem like young Sheldon.
Yeah, she's a young woman, be accurate.
Yeah.
She's not Sheldon in his 30s. She's really young Sheldon.
You're not a hilarious guy.
Yeah.
Because I didn't seem like Sheldon Cooper. You know, the fictional character. Like the character in a sitcom, the genre designed around dimensional stereotypes. He didn't think I was like that. Once again, not fun or cool.
I have to agree with you there.
Yeah.
Once again, Summer, you are 2 for 2.
You are, and I am
fun or
sorry.
cool.
And I'm happy that you didn't succumb to this and just like that you're a little more, that you're outspoken about this because
Yeah.
fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that. Can we just say fuck that guy?
Can we just say fuck that guy, fuck that doctor? And mom and dad smarten up a little bit.
Mom and Dad, we love ya, but
I mean, we don't know the full scope of everything, but
smarten up a little bit.
Smarten up. He was very quick to give me an ADHD diagnosis, though, and he tried to make me start meds I couldn't afford over 100 pounds a month. So I continued a raw dog life. Hilarious thing to say always. I continued a raw dog life, but with some better words to take occupational health to get some accommodations at work. That's great.
Amazing.
The moral of the story is don't blindly believe TikTok on everything. Do your research and don't give 600 quid to some doctor dickhead when your uncle dies too young. Spend it on chocolate instead. That's
Slay.
nice. 100%.
100%
By the way,
agree.
no need to keep me anonymous if this ever gets ready or out. Or discuss on the pod. Hey, we're not. If she said don't keep her anonymous. So Summer.
We've said your name like multiple times.
So you're good. I didn't even see that part. Looking forward to more episodes, Summer.
Thank you so much, Summer, for sending that in.
Thank you very much, Summer. Thanks for sharing thanks for dumping your trauma.
Yeah.
That
what are your thoughts on that?
well, I 100% agree that, especially like I'm not sure of like what the healthcare system is like in the UK, but if you're paying for people to tell you, like, give you a misdiagnosis, which is super common.
Mm-hmm.
I was misdiagnosed multiple times, and
Mm-hmm.
but you have to advocate for yourself.
Yeah, you do.
Because you know how you feel. No one else knows how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
And it sucks too when someone's like, well, you're not presenting any signs.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, it's such a good feeling when they say stuff like that. Like, they missed my tumor multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden I find out that I have cancer, and I'm almost like
yes, I'm not crazy.
Good. Okay. Thank God. Cause
Yeah.
I feel weird.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I finally, when I got my ADHD diagnosis.
How old are you?
I'm 30 now.
When did you get it?
I got it when I was 26.
Wow.
And
It's a long time to go without one.
Well, so they had when I was young, because I was they called me hyperactive. That was always the thing. This is in the late 90s and early 2000s. They were like, we want to get Jacob tested because he's disrupting the class. I was like, I had blinders on my desk sometimes. And then my parents, I get why they didn't do it. They didn't want me to be medicated and stuff. I've seen that also go really sour for kids. But they decided not to get me diagnosed or to get me tested. And then later on, my therapist after cancer was like, yeah, you got it. Like, you got it big.
Yeah.
And that just helped me because I had developed tools throughout my life, not knowing that these were ADHD tools. I didn't know that I was doing certain things to help myself, or that certain things were actually a result of my ADHD.
Yeah.
And then learning this stuff, I go, oh my God, that's what that was.
Yeah.
And it's very liberating, but it's also somewhat frustrating because I feel like there's not, especially with how, I guess they coincide with autism.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, I remember there's a much better conversation about autism now.
Yeah.
And when we were younger, it was very much like, it was almost like people didn't want to talk about it because they didn't view it as a thing where it was where it could be functional or if that makes sense. I want to be delicate, but I also it's just something that especially back in the 90s, they were like, well, we'll put them on amphetamines and that should calm them down until they're 18, and then they can figure out how to be an adult.
I was just thinking of that Girl Meets World clip. Have you seen that?
No.
With Sabrina Carpenter, where their friend is like, I was diagnosed with autism. And then they're like,
Yes.
no, you weren't. No, you weren't. Say you're lying.
Say you're lying. You're not.
They want to see if I have autism. You don't.
Let's go tell them you don't.
I might have a type of autism called Asperger's syndrome.
You don't.
As if he'd been diagnosed with a terminal illness.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's the thing, because I think what they were trying to be like, they were like, we're going to protect our younger brother.
Yeah. No, but I think you're right. It's become a much more acceptable conversation. And
Yeah.
I don't know. Jacob was diagnosed with ADHD when he was 26. I was diagnosed with ADHD when I was 9.
So there you go. Okay.
My dad was diagnosed when he was 40, which was very not common at that time. It was like early 2000s, late 90s time. My brother has ADHD as well. He has really, really debilitating ADHD. So I get it. I hear ya. Fuck that doctor though. You know yourself.
And also good for, I like what's cool about this though is Summer, the way you're talking about it, it seems like you have a good grasp on the situation. Yeah. You know, I don't really have any advice to give you, because it was actually something that I found very relatable, and it's a good lesson that I think a lot of people have not that have to learn, but like just always remind yourself that like that you know what's going on.
You know what's going on up here better than anybody else.
You could be a real wacko and no one knows.
Don't let no TikTok, don't let no doctor, don't let no outside influence tell you otherwise. Mm-hmm. If you know something's not right up here, you're probably cracked.
Yeah. But it also shows how even today that you would be going through this, seeing videos and going, well, I don't have that. And seeing the thing of being like, when already seeing a thing about autism or about ADHD or anything, and then going, well, that's not me. And then later on going, oh my God, it was me.
Yeah.
But I already just saw it. And that's already like, I would say stigma.
Yeah.
Is to not even to see that, and then to later on find out, oh my God, that's actually me.
Yeah.
That must have been a lot.
Good job, Summer.
Good job, Summer. And thank you for sharing.
Thanks for sharing. We love hearing about
Do you have
your
any other
trauma. Well, if you want to send us your trauma, we need one for next week. So please, at least one person send us one.
Yeah, send us more traumas, guys.
Send us one. We'll just read it out. We'll be like, great, awesome. It's probably not going to be worse than anything Jacob and I have ever been through, or Nick Chavez.
God, no. Our poor guy.
And
we will just say one more time, just so everyone knows.
We stand with you.
Nick.
We stand with you.
We stand with you, Nick.
He's a martyr.
We stand with you, Nick. You are our Lavender baby. And don't listen to any of these bubblegum motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Don't let these bubblegum mofos tell you what you did wrong in your life. You did nothing wrong unless we find out more. And then maybe you did something wrong.
And then maybe potentially redacted.
And then if more comes out about the situation, we're deleting this episode.
Yeah. Today is October 11th, 2024. And if anything ever comes out afterwards that would make this age poorly, redacted.
If you think this is a hot take now, just wait until we find out more information. We'll have an even hotter take, taking them down.
Yeah.
We'll flip the switch, no problem.
Yeah, we'll flip the switch, Nick.
Whatever the public wants, we're doing.
Well, thanks so much for listening to this episode of Trauma Dump. We went 15 minutes over time, but that's not too bad because we love to ramble. So
that's okay. 1 sec. We'll do it into this camera. All right. Should we do like a selfie? Yeah. Selfie stick. One of the cameras died. Selfie stick.
Send us your trauma to, what is it?
Trauma Dump Podcast 1
at gmail.com.
At gmail.com. And it'll be in the description below on YouTube and in Spotify. This is Trauma Dump with Jacob and Jill.
Thanks. Have a good day.
Do you want to do the intro really quick too? Oh, we gotta go. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.